Oh my god, I'm finally live right now. I think I'm finally live. This is so insane. This is the reason why I never go live because one, the sun is setting. I'm supposed to do in front of my window. Number two is that I was trying to get the Yeti mic into the computer and that took forever. But anyways, y'all, we're going to be talking about frenemies, Ethan Klein, Trisha Paytas while I'm eating Indian food. I got some naan bread that I made from scratch, okay? Naan bread made from scratch, and I'm so excited to eat it. I got some biryani, chicken biryani rice, and then with some salad here. And then I also got some soda. Yes. But yeah, guys, for me to go live, it's a whole thing. Hold on. I mean, this was like I'm glad I made the chicken biryani yesterday, and it's so good. Okay, so I actually do watch Frenemies every week. I do watch Frenemies every single week. So when I first heard of the H3 podcast, I didn't hear of. So, okay, I stumbled upon the H3 podcast through D'Angelo Wallace, which I watch religiously, and then and then through D'Angelo Wallace, I guess he was making a commenting video to some spices. A commenting video to what the H3 podcast said about him. So yeah, so I found Frenemies through D'Angelo Wallace. So I started watching Frenemies and I really like it. I'm not a huge fan of the H3 podcast. I do watch the H3 after dark on Fridays, I think. But Frenemies itself, this Indian food is smacking. So Ethan Klein again, he's head of Frenemies, and then did I show you guys the Indian food? Let me show you guys. Yes. And then Trisha Paytas is like a YouTuber that's been on YouTube for like forever, and she does like eating mukbangs pretty much. So I'm like, okay, I'm watching Frenemies. So Frenemies, the podcast, they basically talk about internet drama, and they basically talk about things that are happening in the YouTube world. Sometimes celebrities, but not really. They usually talk about people that they hate or people that they have beef with. And through that, they actually did a huge expose on, a lot of the big YouTubers in the game and how they're exploiting their power and how some of them did, sexual assault on people. And it's a whole thing. And I honestly do applaud them for that. Oh my god, this is so good. I want to see if I can eat with my hands. You're supposed to eat Indian food with your hands, but this is a naan bread I made from scratch. So that's pretty much what Frenemy did. When Frenemy started, it did sound like Trisha kind of came on as more of the talent, and she would pitch in here and there, and H3 would basically do the rest. And H3 is not only a podcast; it's also a production company. But that bread is fire. Okay, follow me on Instagram if you guys want to get the recipe to that. So I'm watching this. So, Frenemies basically started of them just like spitballing, and they didn't really know what it was until they actually did it. But Frenemies grew into something where Trisha Paytas, in the beginning, she did act like an employee, and she did contribute, not as much as H3 did. But as time went on, as months went on, it was quite clear that Trisha Paytas was an integral part of Frenemies. And Trisha Paytas was more than an employee. She was a partner, baby. She was a partner. Bringing in the bubbly, bringing in the topics, bringing in the views. Okay? Even if Trisha Paytas was replaced, I'm pretty sure, without a doubt, it won't be the same. Because Trisha Paytas made the show. She made the show. Of course, either could have had another person, which I'll talk about in a minute. But it's still not the same. It's not the same. So, I honestly, even though Trisha Paytas, she does questionable things, I liked her on Frenemies. They honestly made me laugh. They honestly made me laugh. Honestly. And without a doubt, I look forward to watching Frenemies every single week because it really did make me laugh. The banter between Trisha and Ethan is just undescribable. Ethan really does feed off of Trisha, and Trisha sometimes, feed off of Ethan, and sometimes we watch what Trisha says because sometimes things that she says is just really funny. So, okay, so we're fast forwarding now until what happened over the past couple of weeks, which is like a shit show. Oh my God, I'm swearing. Forgive me, y'all. I'm eating chicken biryani, homemade naan bread. So, last week, Trisha came in feeling pretty down. And let me preface this by saying, they do sometimes poke at each other when it comes to their insecurities, and it doesn't seem like they really had a hard line. Actually, to me, it looks like they did have a hard line because they do hang out outside of Frenemies. So I thought that they had a discussion about what they shouldn't be talking about and what they should talk about. But last week, baby, stuff hit the fan. Stuff hit the fan last week. Trisha came in feeling a bit off, and she wanted to talk about a bunch of things like her product line and LGBTQ, as she should, I think. More on the LGBTQ awareness on that, but her product line, I don't know. But, so yeah, I mean, she talks about it. Okay. She talks about it. Ethan cuts her off while she's talking about it. That makes her mad. The next segment, what they were going to do was basically them about doing a Q&A. Oh, oops, excuse me. A Q&A, question and answer from their audience, which is kind of brilliant idea, actually, because I'm pretty sure the audience that they've built over the past, 8 months or whatever, 8 or so months, I'm sure a lot of people have, maybe 10 months. A lot of people probably have questions about life, about them, about anything, really, right? So, okay. So we're thinking like, okay, that's actually not that bad of a segment, but Trisha's like, okay, hating it because they think that there's better things to be talked about. The quite is, the Gabby Hannah, I don't think they really delved into it, probably because it was kind of like a trigger to Trisha, which understandably is okay. This is sparkling water, tangerine. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, Oh, it's kind of sliding down. Okay. So Trisha Paytas then gets super upset that he cuts her off, and she, coupled with that, she doesn't like the next segment, which is fair, but she agreed to do it before the episode, before they went to their episode, so that's kind of interesting. She also gets mad about the costumes, which she also agreed to, but later on we'll see that she actually really did not agree to it. She agreed to it, just went along with it, is basically what she was saying. So after that, she storms out because she thinks that Ethan is gaslighting her. Ethan thinks that she's kind of overreacting after him cutting her off, and after her basically, after him bringing up the segment, which was actually produced and created by one of their employees, which is also another gray area. So here are the issues. So things blow up, and they blow up honestly by Trisha. Trisha honestly blew up the podcast. I do think. Okay, let me just say this. So after that happened, she walked off the stage. She ended up making numerous amounts of videos about her feelings and her decisions, because she herself is saying that she wants to quit Frenemies. Which is like, okay, but everybody watching the episode is like, okay, I don't think it warrants for you to quit. But apparently she's at a point in her life where she doesn't think that she's valued, basically is what I'm getting. She doesn't think that she's valued at the podcast, at the episode, which is fair because of a few things, which I will talk about. Number one, like I said, Frenemies the podcast grew to something really different, really big right now. Everybody that gets millions of views. I mean, like 2 million views within like a few days. And again, Trisha is a partner to this Frenemies, but I guess to her, in her aspect, that's to her, she wants everything that's on the set to be Frenemies. Now, H3 and its employees produced the entire episodes and come up with the segments. She wanted to have a say on who touches the segments, who creates the segments. She wants somebody to be in she wants somebody to be on set, sticking for her, being for her, having her back. And she wants to be felt like she's like 50-50 in this podcast, which is fair because it grew to something really big. In the beginning, again, the H3 kind of helped with everything, but now it's kind of like on its own. I'm actually quite surprised why the Frenemies stayed on the H3 podcast. The H3 channel. I honestly think that Frenemies should be on its own because it really is different. H3 really is different from the other H3 episodes, right? It's fire. Oh my god. Damn. So it really is different. Frenemies is really different from H3 After Dark and H3 Off the Rails. They're really different from each other, and I honestly do believe that Frenemies should have its own channel. And maybe then and Trisha can believe that, because Trisha thinks that a lot of the profit that is coming in. So there's like so many issues. Number one, I don't really think that there's a lot of communication. Communication is not there. Like they're not really communicating with each other. And number two, Trisha feels undervalued. And number three, she does believe a lot of the profits is going to Ethan and not to her, even though she is profiting on other aspects. I mean, her channel has grown 14,000 subscribers now, only 11,000 subscribers now. Her products have grown in terms of revenue from her products, and her reputation has been a bit better. You know, reputable companies are coming on to doing interviews for her. Sure, they've done it in the past, but in a better light, and people love Trisha now, right? I do believe Trisha benefit from this and her monthly checks that she gets from Frenemies. But H3 did benefit too, with subscribers, reputation, growth. Maybe not money, because Ethan said that he didn't profit because they put a lot of money into the merchandise for the Frenemies TV show. So for the Frenemies podcast, that's going to be coming out in a few months or in a month. He said he put all that money. So I don't think that's true, because you guys are making a lot of money off of Frenemies. Okay, 2 million views per episode that comes out once a week, plus the highlights. Dude, no way in the world you put all that money back into just the merchandise. Come on. No way. I do think Ethan is in the wrong, and Trisha is definitely in the wrong. I do not think that Trisha should have aired their dirty laundry like they did on live on the episode. That's something that's between both of them in private. In private, baby, in private. Okay. Not on live. You don't air the dirty laundry on live. Like, so unprofessional, period. But apparently Trisha is in a different point in her life, and she thinks that she's not being valued. And I understand where she's coming from, because she wants it to be 50-50, because she believes that she put in a lot of investment and her own time and sweat into making Frenemies the way it is. And it is. Without Trisha, it is not Frenemies. It's H3 it's the H3 podcast, period. It's the H3 podcast. Okay. Period. Biryani. Like, guys. So fluffy, soft, flavorful. Guys, follow me on Instagram for that. Period. So yeah. Okay. Trisha then cut off the podcast because she thinks that Ethan is not really hearing her and manipulating her. And I get where Ethan's coming from, because Ethan did do a lot of work, and Ethan and his team, the HD podcast, have been doing a lot of work up until this point. But I think where Trisha's coming from is they think that a restructure needs to be done where she has an input on everything that is Frenemies, because she's really contributing a lot to what Frenemies is. Because people do honestly come for Trisha and Ethan's banter. Like, that's it. Like, literally the first hour of the podcast is them doing that. So without Trisha, and I know there's something that's going around where Whitney Cummings might be replacing Trisha. I don't think that's going to be the case. And even if it is, I think it would be, I don't know. Will it replace Trisha? No. Will it be a whole different vibe? It will be a whole different vibe. Okay. Whitney is funny. Whitney Cummings is funny, and she would be doing, and she would do great on the Frenemies podcast. She would. But it won't be Frenemies. It'll be a whole different. It'll still be Frenemies, but it'll be different. It'll be different. You know. So I'm on both Ethan and Trisha's side. I do get where Trisha's coming from. I do believe that there should be just a Frenemies team. That does not mean she wanted to fire H3. It just meant she just wanted people that worked for Frenemies, both of them. That's basically what she wanted. And she wanted the H3 team to be on the other H3 podcast, and that's it. And which is completely fair, right? And then Ethan she realized that Trisha is a huge integral part of Frenemies. And I do believe that once down the line when things down, I think they will come back to the table and they will think about doing Frenemies again. I think they would have to negotiate on what's best for both of them and their triggers and how communication will be and so forth and so forth. But Trisha should really stick up for herself if she really wants things to change. And Ethan should understand that not everybody feels comfortable working with you, for you, if that makes sense. You know, you have to understand that Trisha contributes a lot. Period. Okay. Let me know what you guys think. In my opinion, guys, this is so good. Okay. I can't even. It's so good. I mean, you guys can barely see it. My type is crazy. But go on my Instagram. MD's all about food. I'm posting the naan recipe tomorrow morning. It's gonna be freaking. You see that? So thin and crispy. Oh, sorry. That's onion. Look at that. Look at the spices. Look at how golden that is. Look at how thin and fluffy. It's so fluffy. Oh my god. The best thing I've made in the past month. And I made a lot of things in the past month. Okay. Follow my Instagram. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. So yeah. Frenemies was amazing. It made me laugh. It's literally one of the few things in the week that made me laugh out loud. It's hilarious. Guys, that's it for this mukbang. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys heard me. Leave a thumbs up before you go. It would really appreciate me and let other people watch my content. I'm trying to grow. It'd be really great. Really appreciate you. I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna go. Bye, y'all. Ciao.